What's going on, fellas? It's King Dre, and I'm coming at y'all again, man, with another one tonight. When this one will be about the top female manipulation tactics, right? Because females come with their bullshit. But before we get into that shit, before we get into the video, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. That way, it tells YouTube that y'all fuck with my shit, and it'll show more people, and we can spread the word. And also leave a comment, man. Leave me your thoughts. Share the video, subscribe, man, and hit the notification bell so you can get that good player shit fresh off the press. But let's get into this shit, man. The top female manipulation tactics. Before I get into that, let me say this. It's like a warning. You never want to confront a woman when she's being manipulative, or when you suspect her of being manipulative or using manipulative tactics, because all it's gonna do is create another argument and create another issue, and women will defend that shit to the death of them. Ain't no woman gonna just say, "Oh yeah, Big Daddy, you caught me, the jig is up, you caught me being manipulative, I'm sorry." Women ain't gonna do that. They will try to trick you and play you about it. So if you peep any of this shit, don't bring it up to them. You take it for what it is. You assess it, you analyze it, and you do something about it. But don't bring it to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to admit to it, and it's going to be another fucking problem. So let's get into this, man. The top 5 female manipulation tactics. Number 1 is crying. When you deal with women, fellas, especially you guys, just getting into the game and, learning your shit and getting your game up and getting your game on point, you're going to start bagging a lot more women. And with a lot of women come a lot of fucking tears. And you need to know, right? Women use crying as a manipulation tool. You know what I'm saying? Peep game. When a woman cries, a man's testosterone levels drastically reduce. You see what I'm saying? That's nature. It puts you into Captain Save-A-Ho mode. You know what I'm saying? And women know that when they cry, men get on some fix-it shit. And they want to fix the problem. They want to, well, why are you crying? Women know that men go into simp mode, and women have been seeing this since they were children, since they were kids. All they have to do is cry. Most women, if not all women, can cry on command. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that and stand firm, man. Stand firm that when you see a woman cry, I'm not telling you not to be empathetic or sympathetic, but you just know that she may be manipulating you. You know what I'm saying? And don't let tears move you. Don't let tears keep you from making sound decisions and sound judgments. You know what I'm saying? You cannot let crying affect you, because women use it as manipulation. That is one of the main tools they use to manipulate men, is crying. So that's number 1. Number 2, pulling back. Women use the pullback game to manipulate you and to gain power and control over you, or to get what they want. What pulling back is basically, everything is going good and you start hearing from them. They start to take their ball and they start to become distant and back away from you. You know what I'm saying? And they withdrawing themselves from the situation. Not necessarily cutting you off, but moving in a way that you feel their absence. You know what I'm saying? That's what pullback is. I have a whole video on a pullback game, a woman's pullback game, and how to deal with it and what to do about it. So go watch that video. I'll leave the link to that video in the description. You need to watch that video if you haven't. It's called Why Women Pull Back and What to Do About It. Watch that video. But like I say, women pull back for power and control. Other times they'll pull back, if they want to prime you up to get you to start breaking bread. You know what I'm saying? It's all a manipulation thing when they pull back. They want something from you. They either want to shift the power, you know what I'm saying? They want you to start chasing them more, or they trying to buck, they bucking from being submissive. You see what I'm saying? And trying to change the tide in the course of the relationship. Or they, like I say, they trying to prime you up to start breaking them off. You know what I'm saying? So I always understand though, if she pull back and she do that, you let her fucking go. You pull back too. Don't chase that shit, because you're gonna fucking lose. Like I said, watch my video on that shit. It's called Why Women Pull Back. I'm gonna link that in the description. Number 3, the third manipulation, female manipulation tactic that they use is hot and cold and sending mixed signals. I'm not gonna get too deep into this, but basically mixed signals confuse. They confuse the emotions and they draw you in emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And when you in your feelings, you are very easy. You easy pickings. You are very easy to manipulate when you in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? So when you get mixed signals, you really don't take mixed signals too personal. Now, women also use, when women are hot and cold, it also can be a result of your game not being tight. But that's not what we're talking about here. Sometimes women use the hot and cold game, the mixed signal game, as a way of manipulation. So understand that. That's number 3. Hot and cold mixed signals is a way that they manipulate you. Number 4, this is a good one, and a lot of guys don't know about this one. Number 4 is whole flu and whole tragedy. What is whole flu, right? And whole tragedy. Whole flu is basically when a woman has fucked up and she did something slick, or she did something she wasn't supposed to do, and you act on it, or you start pulling back, or she see that there's going to be consequences for her action. They'll manufacture some type of sickness or some type of tragedy so that you feel sorry for them and lower your guard so you won't hold them accountable. That's what whole flu is and whole tragedy. So let's say you catch her texting some other niggas and you check her and she knows it's about to be some real consequences. She'll fake like something is wrong with her to garner sympathy. You see what I'm saying? To garner sympathy so you lower your guard and to kind of deflect away from the real issue. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll fake some sort of tragedy. You know what I'm saying? Some sort of tragedy that happened to them. It don't have to be necessarily be a sickness, but it's either a whole flu or a whole tragedy. That's what we called it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Whole flu and whole fucking tragedy. Some examples of whole flu are, and these are some things that I've witnessed personally. You know what I'm saying? As well as some of my friends and shit have gone through stuff like this, and a lot of guys go through stuff like this. But some of this stuff is I've witnessed this shit personally. You know what I'm saying? In my life. Some examples of whole flu are, saying she found out she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Then she had not an abortion, but a miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you catch her texting some other nigga, or you catch her, she disrespecting you. You know what I'm saying? And you cut her off for a couple days. She'll hit you and make you believe that she was pregnant and had a fucking miscarriage. That way, it'll throw everything off. It'll deflect away from, It'll deflect away from what was going on. And now you sympathetic to what's going on. And boom, that shit gets swept up under the rug. You have to watch out for shit like that. Women do shit like that. Trust me, man. Trust me. I've seen it I've experienced whole flu. You know what I'm saying? Women will get whole flu. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that they'll do is they'll fake some type of sickness, like they got the flu, or they got fucking, extreme migraines, upset stomach. Sometimes they'll even go to the fucking hospital, man. For real. They'll go to the ER to carry out this shit. And it's all an attempt to disarm you and get you to let your guard down and to deflect away from the things that they've done so they won't be accountable for it. Women manipulate you like that. So always understand that. Those are some examples of whole flu. Remember what whole flu is, man. And a lot of you guys probably don't even realize that you've been gamed like that. You know what I'm saying? But go back and analyze a lot of that shit that happened to you. A lot of it, in most cases, was whole flu, bro. Some examples of whole tragedy. Like, something happens, you catch her texting some nigga, or she do some slick shit, and a day or two later, she done lost some fucking money, or she left her purse somewhere, her purse got stolen. One that happened to me was, right, broad do some old slick shit. I don't really whatever. I'm like, I ain't really, all right, I can't, whatever. So she don't hear from me or whatever for a couple days. And she texted me and she's like, hey, on top of all this shit and you acting like that, on top of all that, now I gotta deal somebody that hacked into my bank account and took all the money out of my bank account. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I text back like, damn, that's fucked up. But I'm not falling for that. That's whole tragedy. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, you're not gonna move me with that. You see what I'm saying? So that's whole flu. And that's whole tragedy. Whole flu is, some type of illness that they fake, or something that's physical going on that they fake when, to deflect and to not be accountable. And it's to manipulate you. And this whole tragedy is pretty much the same thing, but it's like tragic events surrounding their life. You know what I'm saying? They'll manufacture shit like that. So always understand that. Whole flu and whole tragedy. So that's number 4, man. The fourth way women manipulate you, female manipulation tactic, number 4. Number 5, this was a deep one, man. This is the fake issue, right? This is a power grab. So what happens with this is, after, a couple months shit be going good, y'all vibing, she's submissive, everything going good. She starts getting comfortable. What will happen is she will come to you with some sort of fucking issue. It's usually some trivial shit, right? But she'll play like it really fucking bothers her and it really hurt. When you hear this stuff, you're gonna think like, is she fucking serious? You know what I'm saying? But it'll be although like she'll come to you like it's a fucking deal breaker for her. And it's usually something that's you and that she knew was you, and she knows it's a characteristic of yours. She knew that from the beginning, but now all of a sudden it bothers her. This is the fake issue in the power grab. What happens, what she's trying to do is take the power and get all of the power and to keep you chasing this submission and this cooperation. You see what I'm saying? She's trying to take back the power and lead the relationship. You see what I'm saying? So you can chase what once was. You see what I'm saying? That's what she's doing. It's almost like a carrot. Do not fall for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out. Now, if you did something like, if you're supposed to be exclusive, which you shouldn't be exclusive to women, especially that early, and you got caught up with a bitch, or you know what I'm saying, you got caught up in a lie or something, that's different. But 9 times out of 10, it's some trivial shit. Like, oh, I saw you looking at somebody, or, I don't like the way you said this to me, or, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you disrespected me when you did this. It's a lot of, like I said, it's very trivial bullshit, man. And in your head, it's like, bitch, are you fucking serious? You know what I'm saying? This is an attempt for you to chase the submission and to chase the cooperation. You know what I'm saying? Do not fall for this shit, because if you do, you're gonna be jumping through hoops until she leave you or you leave her. It's a wrap if you fall for this shit. It should be established from jump, though. Check me out. It should be established from jump that you are who you are, like it or fucking love it. If she don't like who you are, that she need to not fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't change who you are for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do, you're gonna be on a hamster wheel. That should be established from jump, that you're not changing who you are. They will attempt to get you, though. You know what I'm saying? They will attempt to get you to change. You know what I'm saying? But that's all manipulation, bro. It's all manipulation, and it's used to get you to chase submission. If you handle this wrong, that relationship is over. That's the start of the end. If she come to you with that shit, do not buckle and do not fucking fold. My dude, why are you coming at me with shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help that. That's who I am. If you don't like it, darling, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to hurt you. I don't do things to hurt your feelings. And none of that shit is my intention. So if I did, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, don't worry about it, because none of this stuff is going to be something that you did that was really disrespectful or really violating the game. It's going to be some trivial bullshit, and they're going to make it bigger than what it is. They're going to make a mountain out of a molehill with this shit. So that's the fake issue in the power grab. This happens to everybody. This is going to happen to everybody. Some guys naturally, like myself, don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then after you let that be known, like, I'm not finna be going back and forth over no shit like that. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna apologize for who I am. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like who I am, then you can step. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen either way. Most of you guys are going to try to fix the problem, and the relationship ends at that point. It may last for 5 more years, but what was all that cooperation and that submission, that shit is out of the window if you do not stand up to this shit. And this is going to happen to you. If you think back hard enough, and on every situation or long situation that you've had, this has happened. They will come to you with some trivial bullshit, you know what I'm saying, some minor bullshit, and make it bigger than what it is in an attempt to get you to change something about yourself. What, you know what I'm saying? And if you do this, if you fail this, it is a wrap for you. That's very important, and it's all a manipulation tactic. So that's number 5, the fake issue and the power grab. That's that. With that, man, that's the top 5 female manipulation tactics. If you like this video, man, subscribe to the channel, share the video, like it, drop your comment. That's how you pay me back, man. Share it, man. Help me spread the word. When you like the video and you leave comments, YouTube shows it to other people, and we can spread the word, man. You know, also, if you have hoe problems, if you want to get your ex back, you want to tighten your game up, you got questions for me, email me and we'll get you right. I'm also doing consultations now. So if you want to, have a game session with your boy one-on-one, I'm going to get you right. I always get you right. This real game, this top tier game. And if you want to have a game session with me one-on-one, email me. I'm doing it for the low, good price. Email me and we can, we'll set that up and I can lace you, man. I have a private Facebook community. If you want to join that, I'm gonna put the link in the description. You click the link, send the request, and I'll accept it. I'll accept your request and welcome to the club, man. Also, follow me on Instagram at get_free_game. It's your boy King Dre, and I'm gone.